Word that Iraq has invaded neighboring state of Kuwait, with fighting reported along the border.
America stops mulling over its options, reportedly sending United States warplanes and combat troops into Saudi Arabia.
We seek the immediate, unconditional, and complete withdrawal of all Iraqi forces from Kuwait.
President Bush knew early on in this crisis that it would ultimately be settled with force.
You keep using that word beautiful. This is not beautiful to me.
Oh, life is bigger. It's bigger than you are not me. The links that I will go to, distance in your eyes. Oh no, I've said too much. I set it up.
Call of Duty 2024. Black Ops Gulf War, the sequel to Cold War, the best Call of Duty since Black Ops 3. And with the leaks maybe being true about round-based zombies coming back, and the fact that this is the most developed any Call of Duty game has been ever from the GOAT studio themselves, the only one that still makes good CODs, we are going to be talking about a couple things that Call of Duty needs for their next game. Oh my god, there's a bloody helicopter. And number one is round-based maps.
The coolest thing? Some of that crazy shit happened right here.
And I feel like this is the most obvious one. This is the one that everybody's, be saying. You see it on Twitter. But, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the leaks are true. We're going to get a couple round-based maps, which is a huge W in my book. Ate that W. And so, it's going to be absolutely great. That one's an obvious one. We can move on from that. Another thing we need is characters.
My name is Edward Richthofen. And I have been trying so very hard to do the right thing. Long ago, I made a promise, a vow, to protect him. In order to keep my word, I have done bad things. Very bad things. I do not regret the pains that I have caused, because none of it really matters. This moment.
I'm sorry. Operators is the worst thing in zombies. It is a terrible system. It kills the story. It kills the vibe. It kills the tone. I hate the operators. It drives me crazy that I have to play operators in every single zombie game. It sucks. I hate it so much, and I pray that they take it out. I don't think they will, but I pray they do. Why can't we have a system like World War II where you have your main four and you can also include operators as well? Why can't they do that too? I would be totally fine with that. But they really need that crew, that four crew, to push themselves up.
Another day, another victory.
Another thing they need is an interesting story, and I think MrRoffelwaffles does an absolutely fantastic job at describing this. So I will play this clip about the radio system in Modern Warfare 3.
H7 in Shaheen Manor in the little army outpost featuring this guy called Fletcher, okay? Listen up, you shits. I'm only gonna say this once. We're about to enter the outbreak zone. That means no fucking around. Whatever you've heard about these Scody bastards is none of your concern. You're here to earn a paycheck, which means following the contract to the letter. Wander off, engage with anything outside of this unit, or make the grievous error of voicing your contrary opinion. Consequences will be swift and merciless. And if anyone pulls any shit that undermines the legitimacy of Terminus outcomes, you'll be terminated in every last sense of the word. Alright, speech over, let's move out. Another radio, not gonna tell you the map, I think you'll probably figure it out quite fast, but I'm gonna read it and then I'm gonna ask you some different questions once we finish it, okay? Stephen, This letter is to go to the Reichstag High Command immediately. Gentlemen, it is with the utmost urgency that I draw your attention to the lack of funding being injected into the Castle project. While I believe we are close to realizing the ultimate plan, we still have several years of development before it is ready. It would be folly to cut our expenditure so early in development. As you know, early tests on the MX have easily outperformed expectations, and we fully anticipate mass producing the MX within the next few years. Work on the matter transference has, however, come to a standstill. We simply do not have enough cruciferous circuitry to continue the experiments. The test subjects have survived teleportation, but are currently unresponsive to commands and cannot be controlled. If we are to overcome this obstacle, we need to increase the frequency and size of the experiment. To this end, I suggest we find not only a regular supply of cruciferous circuits, but that we also find a larger conduit to channel the energy. Our operatives in America have informed us that the US have a large supply of circuits at the Nevada base, so time is of the essence if we are to stay ahead of them. This cannot be done if you cut the budget, nor can it be done if you insist on pressuring us into action before we are ready. I am of course available for discussion of the matter, but in the meantime, I will continue with the work here and try to win this damned war. Signed, etc., Dr. Blaze. I'm just gonna have a little chuckle and reveal that I actually swapped out all of the references in that radio to the old Zombies story and replaced them with totally made up names and objects and all sorts, just so that you wouldn't be like, oh, they mentioned element 115 and so I love it. Wow. Like, I wanted to remove that variable, all right? It was a little bit of a switcheroo. I lied to you. Sorry. It's actually a message that starts with Sophia. It's signed by Dr. Maxis, and he's talking about element 115, the whole thing. Cruciferous circuits. Yeah, made it up. But I still feel like the made up version has stuff in there that makes you ask questions.
I'm not saying this is the say all be all, but I think it speaks a lot in saying that the radio system, the intel system of the new games, the story in it is flat and it's nothing compared to what it used to be. And finally, a scenic tone. I know that every single Cold War map feels like a multiplayer map. Firebase Z, all of them feel like multiplayer maps. They look like multiplayer maps. And although, you know, there's been maps that have been taken from campaign in previous games, there's always been a little zombie spice to it, and that's not in this new game. Where is the little hand on the power switch? Where is the help drawn on the walls? Where is the blood splatter over there? Where is the dark ether crystal? Where is the apothecanness? I'm not saying that this has to be exactly what's in it, but these were little sprinkles of detail that they added in newer games, yet it's not shown in this one.
Let's really find anything, but we really want to find that battery.
So with that being said, the characters, the round base, the original style, I just want that original style back. And it doesn't have to be Ian the Ether story, it just has to have personality. And sadly, these newer games just don't have that. I do like Modern Warfare 3's gameplay, even though I crash every 3 minutes. I do like that in Cold War, the gameplay and the armor system and the score streaks and everything that they introduced was very, very smooth. I love the ability to upgrade outside of, you know, in your perks outside your game. I think that's a great thing. Field upgrades, I like that as well. But the one thing that the new games don't have is character. And I need my character. Who gives a fuck if Zykaev or Weaver's in the game? Give me character. So yeah, this is just me saying I want the old zombies back. And hopefully, with all the leaks being true, Call of Duty 2024 Black Ops Gulf War will have Activision putting their hands inside of my pants, pulling out a nice another $70 so I can spend it on a game, and hopefully this time, Treyarch will make it worth it.